Hi everybody, it's Dan from Ink Gaming. Welcome back to Rimworld, Season 1, Beta 18. This is Episode 7. Our convicts are sleeping the night away, as per usual. That's usually where we leave off. I believe we were working on getting some flooring down, some more stone done. We're thinking about expanding our fridge and starting to work on some of the rest of the base. At this point, we're hoping some trees come through, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's see, we got some smoothing when they wake up. They've got some more tile to lay down. Let's actually look at this. So the attractiveness of this sort of floor tile is a 1, but this more sort of costly tile is a 2. So we make all rooms out of this type of a tile. We can make floors with the 1. They'll spend time in it, but it's probably not as impactful. And that way we have sort of a change in look, you know, rather than the base being sort of all one thing. Let's see here. I think this may be the day we're going to take apart this bedroom and move EG into here. I know we have some cleaning we have to do, but yeah, I think it's something that we can manage. So let's plan on that. Okay, so it's speed it up a little bit more. It's almost morning. Here we go. Leave it at double time for now. And we're going to go ahead and set. We can leave this wall even though it looks slightly different. But we're going to go ahead and set all of this other stuff. We can even leave this wall. But we'll set up this other stuff for deconstruction. There we go. Go ahead and set this up for deconstruction. We're going to extend it down there. Deconstruct this door. We can deconstruct that door. Hopefully after Shuki gets done with the mining, Shuki will come back and do some cleaning. So this all sounds good. Now, since we're committing to this, we could probably go ahead and commit to starting to put down the walls here, but we need to make sure we finish this bedroom first. So we'll go ahead and reinstall the bed. We'll just kind of follow the same pattern just for now, even though that didn't actually work very well, did it? Shucks. Well, I guess we could always do this instead, huh? Let's do this. Then we can move this. Install this right here. And we can go ahead and reinstall this right here. Look at how fast he does that work. That's great. And then what we're going to want to do is, now that we got all this done, we need to finish this. So we'll go ahead and make it out of limestone like we did over here. Finish that, finish that. Looks nice, right? Looks like Suki got done with the mining. Great. Oh, Suki's cleaning up. Beautiful, beautiful. And we deconstructed so well here and got this bedroom going so well that I would say at this point, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. We weren't getting the bonus, I think, if you recall, on these little things, so try and fix that. It's actually sometimes tough to tell which direction these are. Hopefully that's right. Go ahead and reinstall this one right here. Who knows? Maybe. So now does this say? Okay, it doesn't say inactive. Doesn't say inactive. Yay. Okay. So things are moving along. Hopefully people have tasks that they're doing. Look at that, much more clean. So let's go ahead and finish this off. This is what's going to actually be somewhat part of the new visitor center. And to that end, I want to actually eliminate this as a supply depot so that they can go ahead and move it all down there. So I'm going to delete that stockpile. Of course it says low medicine because this now doesn't count in our list in the upper left because it's not technically in a stockpile. That's a shame about the food poisoning. After we spent that nice time putting the sterile floor in the kitchen. Okay, now we got medicine back on hand. Okay. So in addition, I'm actually surprised. Oh good, EG is about to go crush some stone, as it were. I want to put limestone all the way down. I know some of this is slate, but we really don't have a natural source of slate on the map, so we'll just have to make do. So limestone, 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 limestone. We're going to put limestone right here. We're going to put limestone right here. We're going to put it right here in theory. We're going to put it here. We're going to put it there. This is going to be our battery room. I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct this one as well. And we're going to get some more limestone going. Oh, looks like it's bedtime, but we can finish this up in the morning because everybody's got bedrooms now. Ooh. Interesting. The new bed selection. Who took what? Build a copy right there. We can actually open this up, which we will do. We'll set it to hold open. As a matter of fact, it might wake people when they're sleeping. We don't like to hold bedroom doors open, so we won't do that. Interesting, though. So we might have enough slate from getting deconstructing some of these walls. We've got 33. That's, I think it's 5 per. So we could get some of the same flooring in, not all of the same flooring. So I'll probably do the stuff up front. Same sort of looking wall. Go ahead and set that up too now that I think about it. So floor. Those more floors. Mosaic, paving, slate. So 1, 2, 4, 5, and then maybe this doorway. Although you don't necessarily see the stuff in the doorway, so maybe we'll do the doorway in different. But I don't think we'll have enough. We'll just start there. Sounds like a good plan. Suki's up already. What was that? Watching the stars, maybe the sunrise. So I did want to check on Jem. Jem, if you recall, was jealous. But Jem may now have, oh, close. The rooms are close in quality. Well, good for you, Suki. Way to get up there early. So we definitely do need to, we've got a decent amount still to work with on the stone, but we're going to definitely need to work some more of that. So hopefully they'll get to that, and hopefully we can get to the fridge soon. We're going to have to think about rerouting some power. How are we doing? Steel's starting to get low. We actually don't know how many components we have because they're right there. 11, so not an excessive amount. Let's see here. Well, let's get done with what we got going right now. And we do have some steel over here. Not a whole lot. Probably could get some more on here. I'd like to actually double up on these traps, just in case. Look at that, working that floor. I'd love to see that. Beautiful, beautiful. Nicely done. Now we need one more door over here. Using our precious wood to do that. And we'll probably put a wood up here. Or a door up here, although that's certainly not as vital. And we could probably make one out of stone because the amount of times we'll go in the battery room just won't be that often. So let's check the roof. I think they just finished it. Look at that. We've got now a nice rectangular, probably not square, but pretty close, structure. We do need to finish some floor here. We only got 11, so that's really only worth 2 more. So we might just do the 2 doors, I think. In fact, that's what we will do. Or the paths under the doors. Oh, that's already a floor. We'll just save the rest. Okay, so let's get this done. So we're all done with this room. We'll do it in sandstone, which is what we were doing the bedrooms in. Won't match, but that's life, right? Do that. Do that. The battery rooms, the batteries are so ugly that we'll probably just do it in the cheaper. I suppose we could do something like this. I mean, that's expensive and beautiful, but probably the cheaper. And do we have marble? Not a lot of marble. You know, let's just hold off. It's not, people aren't going to be in there that often. Let's hold off on doing that. What we can do is the door in a little bit. Okay, so Jem's making meals. We got a lot of nice fine meals. That's probably really helping out as far as mood. Meat's starting to get down there. You know, we do have the dog. Let's check on the dog. Dog still has not been managed to be made obedient, fortunately. Working on it, I guess. Occasionally, we've seen a couple failures. Apparently, the drug lord days were not good at vicious pet dog training. Looks like Suki's back to bed, so that's great. I'm going to go ahead and remove these little dots. They served as my sort of planning tool and reminder. This was marble, wasn't it? Sure enough, was marble. We probably want to do things. This is probably going to be our research room, and actually, now that this room is done, we could or could not put a light in it, sort of up to us, but we can now make this into the visitor's room. So, as an example, wow, no one's gone in there to eat. But what we'll do is we'll just set these up. Ooh, actually, I got an even better idea. We're going to move, let's see, shoddy, normal, good, right? Good, poor, nah. We could give someone a better bed, but let's keep it simple for right now. How about we move the bed here? Okay, that works. Mark this. Put a bed. You know, we don't want to block that. So if that's going to be a bed, we'll put a bed here. Right, that sounds good. Sort of keep them out of the way, if you will. We will expand this eventually because, you know, that's why we built it like we did. We may have more visitors, we may need more beds, not like we have the wood for it. We'll just go ahead and move that. So all three of those beds will get moved. I'm not sure where Suki's running off to, and then back, doing some cleaning. Good job, Suki. And we still got a fair amount of limestone. The sandstone is really not enough to floor some of the things I wanted to floor at this point, now that we've got all this stuff going. So what I will probably do is hopefully they'll do some hauling. You know, we've got this stuff that needs to move down to the other stockpile and that kind of thing. Yep, beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully they'll do some more stone carving, like Gigi's doing. Hey, it's like they can read our mind. In addition to that, since we have limestone, what I'm thinking is maybe we should do some wall replacement. A, we'll recover a little bit of wood, and B, you know, we'll have the tougher stone. Now, I do have some power running through there. That's eventually going to be rerouted. That's fine for now, and that won't impact what we want to do with the walls. So let's, you know, to work. Now this could be dangerous in theory because while we're doing this, right, basically we're making it so the base is unenclosed. So there is a risk. Wow. That is pretty funny. Not funny, Randy. So, mad animals, it looks like. Rat. Okay, so we're going to go over here. So this rat is a mad animal. Now it's one rat. However, I was just opening up the walls, and I don't think it's too far away. Nope, nope. But I thought it said mad animal, so we're going to check the wildlife tab real quick. And look at this. So we have at least 2 man-eaters. So this is, one of the benefits of the mod, right? So one's right there. And one's, actually to our south. So with that in mind, because it really, it hasn't happened yet, I'm going to go ahead and go back here, and I'm going to cancel these deconstruction orders. And that diagonal wall should still be fine. And those rats are still going to come in, and hopefully it stays to 2 of them. But rats are probably not going to set the traps off. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I know it's rats, but I told you, you'd be amazed what these vicious little buggers can do when our colonists, it's like they reach down for them, and the rats claw out their eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and draft them. I'm going to set us at single speed, and I'm going to bring us to the door, because they should be headed towards the door. So we're going to go ahead and take up, we're going to do 2 things here. One, Suki's got the pistol. So EG can step up. And, we'll see if they can shoot it down. Not doing good so far. Jim had to do the business. Now let's see. Look at this. Somehow the arm, the shoulder, okay, maybe plausible. So now we're going to, I know we're bleeding a little bit, but we're going to hold tight. Where's the other rat? Do we check? Is it down here? Nope. Look at the wildlife tab. Oh, here it comes. If you zoom in real close, you can see the little red dots over it. So, Jim, we're going to post you right here. Well, maybe right here. Let's see whether these sharpshooters can manage. It does not look good for us. Wow. No. You stay. Well, you can move there, and then you two. Why don't you just move like here? There. Come on. Okay, so Jem, get any more wounded? Wow. These are the trials and tribulations. Now, I don't know whether I really want to use the good medicine, so I'm going to go ahead and change on the medical tab and change everybody, even though I don't have any herbal medicine yet. Wow, did we actually get our farming up? We may need to plant a crop of that. I'm sure there might be some out here we might be able to harvest. But we'll just take the normal bandages, and so Jem should be good. We're going to go ahead and unrecruit everybody. We can go ahead and mark these as urgent haul. Jem probably is going to go to bed. EG's apparently going to meditate after that fearsome fight with the 2 rats. With that in mind, who is our doctor? EG's one, Jem's the other. So, EG, why don't you just go deal with this now? Thank you. And then let's go ahead and check on that whole growing thing. Okay, so we actually have enough growing skill, I believe, to grow, what do you call it, root? Heal root. So there we go. So we're going to allow sowing. And, at this point, we're doing pretty good. We could start getting some hay just for potential animals, or maybe stockpile some medicine. It's an interesting question. Why don't we do 1 crop of hay real quick? It takes a long time to decay, so we'll go ahead and get that done. So Jem just got bandaged up and hopefully should be fine. If you mouse over wounds, you'll see how long roughly they last. That one's going to last a decent amount of time. That one's going to go away pretty quick. And that one's going to go away pretty quick. Now, the reason these really aren't too bad, if you actually look at gems and you look at her health, it shows she's weakened. You know, she's not bleeding anymore. She'd probably be fine, you know, doing work. The reason she's in bed is that we have them on bed rest. So that's what they do. You know, it's sort of a, do you really want to take the risk of them going around doing extra work, especially in a state where maybe they're not that good? In this case, probably could. As a matter of fact, I'm sure we could. But I'm just going to go ahead and let this happen. Let at least the 2 wounds go away. I would just have to change the priority on the bed rest, and that would work out fine too. So it is, most of the day is gone, so I'm not going to go for that deconstruction that I was originally planning. Looks like we're doing some good crop gathering. We're going to have plenty of food, even though the meat is going to be lower. Look at that. We still, well, okay. We're not sitting on a shitload, but we got a lot of meals. How's the fridge working out? What happened to the fridge? What happened? I don't understand. Oh my God. Okay. So, something to be aware of. Probably someone had a meal in their hand when I drafted everybody, and they dropped it right where they stood, which was the doorway, which then left the doorway open. Therefore, this fridge was working like basically not, because it was trying to heat up the whole world. So now, yeah, now the temperature's going down, but who knows, we may lose this meat. We're not going to lose the vegetables. Could lose the rats, but they just got there. So, small herd of thrombos. Peaceful by nature, these rare creatures are extremely dangerous when confronted. Some traders are willing to pay a lot of money for their precious leather and horn. Beautiful, majestic, nasty, nasty beasts, especially with our sort of trivial weapons. We will be letting the nice thrombo wander around. Good, fridge is back to frozen. Hopefully that will save the meat. Our friend Jem, probably one of the things is gone. Yep, we're down to actually just a 1 wound. A little bit of pain. You know, honestly, probably leave her there. And the reason we're going to leave her there is because we could change the priority. She'd get up. It's evening time. She'd stay up all night. She'd eventually adjust back to our normal schedule. But, you know, let's just leave it where it is right now. What are you doing, E.G.? Okay, fair enough. Repairing the door. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Very handy. Look at all this corn and potatoes. That's nice. Now, we flagged this to allow sowing, but Sukihana actually doesn't have this skill high enough. But I do believe Sukihana could probably plant this hay grass, but is probably just going to get to this stuff first. Good, good. EG's working on grabbing another stone. We appreciate that as well. Sorry, we went down to single speed when there was the whole vicious attack of the rats, and I just went beyond my notice. Ooh, looky, looky. A military commissar named Mistaki Rainfort calls you from nearby. She is being chased by tribespeople from the Doas of the mountain. She begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, she is 46 years old. Be warned, if you accept, you'll have to fight the tribesmen off. So, incapable, again, this last bit of information that I'm about to read is because of a mod. So, incapable of firefighting. Okay, not the end of the world. Traits, gay. Okay. Pyromaniac. Ooh, no, not so good. You know, you can deal with pyromaniacs, especially if you have people to watch them and put out the fires if they break, and it's usually only when they break. We do have a decent amount of wood stuff right now still, but really we're starting to convert to stone, so that would also help. Steadfast is actually a very nice one. Now, look at these things that they're passionate for. So these are the things that even if they were low in skill, that they would be happy learning and they would learn quicker. Intellectual, so like research, cooking, so we get a second cook. Animals, So, because apparently we suck at training our dog and getting other animals. Because remember, the goal is to escape. We're going to need some pack animals. We may need some other animals. Shooting, major passion. They love shooting. They may not be very good. We wouldn't know. So do we go ahead? I mean, Gem's a little hurt. Do we take this on knowing they're a pyromaniac? So the council gets together. They decide. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They're tribespeople, right? Surely we can handle this. They're the natives when all these other prisoners came. I mean, what do you think? The pyromaniac? Okay. Let's do it. Let's get her. Here she comes. Okay, so let's take a quick look at her. I paused. Naked, not great. Would have been nice to come with a little bit of equipment, right? No weapon, no nada. Shooting skill is not that high, but, you know, got the passion. Animals, not bad. Medicine, oh, that was an added bonus. Cooking, not awful. Okay, and really not so good here. But lots of things we could certainly put Miss Taki up to work for. So here's the real question, though. Miss Taki is beelining back to the fort, which is great. We have no weapons, I believe. Yep, no spare. Oh, no, we do have one spare weapon. That's going to be almost useless for you. But why don't you go ahead. Now let's get Miss Taki. Naked Miss Taki. Going for the potatoes. Woo! Okay, so let's get you a knife, as horrible as that sounds. And then we're going to wait a little bit. I'm going to put us on normal speed. We're going to get Gem out of bed. Everybody's going to get out of bed. So these folks should hopefully, when they come in, we'll take a look at them, as in the people who are chasing. And we're going to take a look, and hopefully they should come in through the trap area. So that'll help us. The unfortunate part of my decision is we're going to need an extra bedroom. Okay, let's go take a look. Attacking immediately. We got 3 of them. We got Trado, who's got a short bow. Okay, with another short bow. And then, ooh, a digger who's going to ignite a wood wall. That makes me pretty unhappy with the steel knife. So, just real quick look at the character skills. It's got the bow, pretty decent at shooting. Passionate, but not that decent at shooting. Still, you know, shit hurts. And then you got right here, you know, decent at melee with that knife. So, let them come. Oh, Rainford. Rainford, you crazy. We're going to have to give you a name, I think, Rainford. Run by the elephants. Need to be able to, like, wake the elephants up and get them angry. Okay, that would be a horrible idea. Oh, look, spacecraft landed and crashed. That's good. Okay, I think we're probably... How's Rainford doing? Rainford's going to make it just fine. Wow. Okay, they have split up, which is fine. We're going to, at this point, actually, Rainford's already doing something, which is fine. So we're going to draft everybody else. We're going to head up here. Now, whenever you have a raid, for those who are new, there are many of you who will not be, you have to defeat basically 50% of the forces before the rest start to flee. And defeat means either killing or downing them. So it is funny. She's going to chase. She's going to attack these walls. We're going to see here what's going to happen, because it could be a nearby wall, and it doesn't take that much to get through a wood wall. So what we're going to do is Gem, again, is going to set up over here. We're going to go ahead and have... There we go. And what we're going to hope is... Now you... It's fine. Oh, Gem healed. Good. Or finished healing, I should say. You are unhappy because you are nude. Well, you know, you should have brought some clothes, I guess. So there was a shot done. Looked great, but it was really that trap. We can check history in a minute. There we go. Ooh, this will be interesting. So there's pretty much no way we're going to chase down Vera. So, bye-bye, Vera. Report us to your fellows. Unfortunate. Now look at this. Sierra didn't actually die. So Sierra went down. So in theory, we could capture Sierra. Unfortunately, Sierra is bleeding viciously. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how to say this. The left shoulder has been cut off, which was probably by the trap. And you would think that would also imply that the left arm and the left hand are gone as well. I don't actually know, but you'd think that would imply that. And then, of course, hey, we got some rifle shots. Some of these can be healed, but without, like, prosthetics and things like that, that's done. The reason I was interested was I just wanted to point out another game mechanic, and look at all those wonderful skills that we could have had working for our ex-convicts or convicts so that they can use this minion to help them get off the planet. Not to mention they're an optimist, and aesthetics not too bad to deal with. That would have been a wonderful addition to the tribe. The truth is that they're going to be hampered significantly by not having that shoulder. They don't really have anything we really want for clothing, although someone's naked, so they'd probably be happier with some clothing than no clothing. So what I will do is I will strip. We will go ahead and order, and we will make all these other things, because now we got some bows, maybe. So at least we got some potential other weapons, not, you know, maybe ideal, but something. And we're going to go deal with this, number one. Number two, you know, let's go ahead and, I know you want to go to bed, but why don't I get that human corpse out of here? Okay? And then, our friend Rainford, why don't you actually whip the short bow? They were somewhat passionate, if you recall, about shooting. There you go. I don't know what you're up to, Jim. Oh, good. Resting. Okay. All good. That a decent... Ooh, that's a good knife, too. Who's our next best? We might actually have them equip a secondary weapon. Certainly not Jim. E.G. So we'll have E.G. pick up the knife on his way back. Suki's also pretty good, too. Oh, did Suki go to bed already? Yeah. Okay, let's get E.G. to grab it. Come on, Rainford, why don't you wear this? Something. Right? It's not maybe what you want to wear, but we don't have much else. Okay, so we need to put, well, actually, she can sleep in here. It's not ideal, but she can certainly sleep in there. And there are multiple beds. I wonder if it counts as barracks. Yes, it does, because we have multiple beds. I was just thinking maybe we could disable some, you know, like temporarily. I mean, we can uninstall them to be sure, but I don't know that there's actually a way to disable them. Now, okay, a couple things. I'm going to leave them normal for that, but what we do need is we need to set up their schedule. So they don't firefight. We'll go ahead and set them as a patient. They're actually a pretty good doctor. So at this point, we'll probably, we can leave you, well, no big deal. Go ahead and set you on bed rest. You can prioritize flicking a little bit. They are not really good at negotiating or anything like that. They're pretty good. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set her high on hauling. I'll leave her high there. She can help out in the cooking. And really, I'm going to set this at 6 just as a memory. I'm going to set this as 6 as a memory. I just want her to get some hauling and cleaning done for now, and I'll reevaluate that later. So she's sleeping. Barracks not the best, and so we need to actually figure out a plan for that. Oh, see how nice we are, convicts letting the guy bleed out. Now we could go kill him, certainly. That would be too nice, I think. Okay. The other thing that I will be doing between this episode and next is I will lay out a little bit more section, even though we haven't mined this, to make room for a bedroom. Now, I could make this into a temporary bedroom. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like we actually have enough sandstone now anyway, so maybe what I'll do, I know I wanted to replace these walls, but I can go ahead and sit there and say, hey, regardless of whether it's a temporary bedroom or a research place or whatever, let's go ahead, put down some floors. She'll be fine. Jim, enjoying yourself, watching the sunrise. All good, all good. So now we have 2 potential cooks, which is great. It also means 2 potential butchers. I actually want to show you this mod that allows you to do the numbers. You can set it so that the scale is less than 1 through 9 if you only want like 1 through 5. But there's another thing you can do too, and I'll show you it in cooking. Cooking, it shows you what encompasses. It encompasses cooking at stoves and campfires and butchering and filling food hoppers and brewing liquors. And Control click allows you to actually set different priorities for these individual tasks. So if you only want one person to butcher ever, you can do that. Or if you only want one person to maybe like be cooking, you can do that as well. So it's pretty versatile depending on how much you want to micromanage and how much you don't. So between this episode and next, what I will do is, like I said, I'll sort of plot out, even if we can't get to it all, where maybe the next segment of the base will be built. We'll consider again replacing that wall, get some flooring down. We've got a new person. We're going to need a new name, so we'll give that some thought. And lots to work on. So we survived the rat menace. We watched a guy bleed out. We rescued someone, and we fought off some tribals. Good stuff. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.